So the SB and echolocation. When we say echolocation, okay, is obtaining information about a remote object using bouncing a wave of it. For example, radar operates by transmitting pulses of radio waves and examining the received signal for echoes from aircraft. In sonar, sound waves are transmitted through the water to detect submarines or other submerged objects. So the best example here is yung radar and sonar. Okay? Yung ginagawa natin dito sa radar, mag-i-emit or magta-transmit ng radio waves sa air, okay? And pagka bumalik, bumanda or nag-reflect na radio wave, doon mo malalaman na merong object doon. Okay? So may computation 'yon, yung distance from the source papunta sa object na nag-reflect, pagbalik, doon mo makukuha yung distance, kung gaano kalayo yung distance, yung time traveled from a certain area to that area, may yung distance traveled, yung velocity, yung frequency, yung time, and pagbalik, doon mo makukuha yung exact location ng object through the by transmitting pulses of radio waves. Okay, so that's how radar works, operates, no? And on the other part naman, yung sonar, nakalimutan ko na yung meaning ng sonar. But again, it's a sound wave that is being transmitted through water, no? To detect submarines and other submerged objects. It is like radar. No? It's like radar is radio waves, no? Through air, radio. Kapag sonar is sound waves, okay? From SO is sound. Yeah, that's it pala. So, sound waves are being generated in the water, papunta sa kung saan man siya pupunta. And again, may bumalik na signal or sound wave, doon mo makukuha, makikita kung nasaan na yung isang object. Okay? For example, yan ang ginagamit ng mga submarines. Yung sonar waves or sonar waves. Diba? So that's echolocation. By bouncing wave off, you can determine where the object is, no? Kung nasa ilalim siya ng tubig, sonar. Kung nasa aerial siya, you can use radio waves, no? Paano sir kung nasa ilalim ng lupa? Meron tayong electromagnetic sword. Anyway, yung magnetic impulses, di ba? Kapag may nakita ka doon na sa TikTok, sa videos, may mga tao sa seaside, lalakad siyang ganyan, wherein may nadetect siyang metal. It transmits magnetic fields na kung saan, pag may nadetect siyang magnets or electrical signals sa ilalim, tutunog. That's signal processing. Na? From electrical wave, convert sa magnetic form, then again to electrical to produce sound. Di ba? For example, may na-detect kang metal, tutunog. Di ba? That's how you trace or track or detect metals inside sa lupa. Okay? That's what you call echolocation. Okay? So, ito pala. Sorry. Nasa next slide pala yung radar. Okay? Radar is acronym for radio detection and ringing. Okay? It is technology that uses radio wave to detect and locate objects. Okay? In the simplest radar system, a radio transmitter produces a pulse of radio frequency a few microseconds long. This pulse is fed into a highly directional antenna where the resulting radio wave propagates away at the speed of light. Aircraft in the path of this wave will reflect a small portion of the energy back toward a receiving antenna situated near the transmission site. Okay? May tao na yata sa labas. Anyway, the distance to the object is calculated from the elapsed time between the transmitted pulse and the received echo. The direction to the object is found more simply. You know where the pointed direction antenna when the echo was received. Yeah. So, yeah. So again, ito na, in-explain ko na to kanina. But for the sake of this slide, no? A radio transmitter produces a pulse of radio frequency. Okay? And is fed into highly directional antenna. Isa pa diretso, isa pa ganun. Depende kung paanong direction siya. Okay? Wherein the resulting radio waves propagates. Propagates. For example, nagsalita akong ganyan, hindi lang naman ito lang ang makakarinig. Ano yan? For the entire room yan. Okay? Aircraft in the path of this wave will reflect a small portion of the energy back toward the receiving antenna. Kung nanonood kayo ng mga movies, Top Gun ba yung isa? Diba may radar sila na with toot, toot. Pag umikot siya, nagpa-propagate yung radio frequency, makikita niya kung nasaan yung isang aircraft. Diba? Kasi, there's a wave that reflects back toward the receiving antenna. No? Then, yan, may computation tayo dyan between the transmitted pulse and the received echo. Okay? Transmitted pulse, yung ibinato, and yung nag-reflect, nag-receive na echo. Okay? Meron tayong calculations dyan. So, if you have that computed or calculated, you know where. Alam mo na kung nasan na yung area or yung object. Kung nasan yung object, makikita mo kung nasaan. So, that's radar. Okay? And next one is sonar. When we say sonar, sound navigation, isa naman, radio detection. So sonar, it is divided into two categories, the active and the passive. In active, sound pulses between 2 kilohertz and 40 kilohertz into the water, and the resulting echoes detected and analyzed. Uses of active sonar include detection and location of undersea bodies, navigation, communication, and mapping the seafloor. So yeah, meron pala ditong frequency na sinend na dinagdag, 2 kilohertz and 40 kilohertz. I think sa voice nasa 2 lang eh. 2 kilohertz. Same lang pala nito. Ay, 2 kilohertz. 2 hertz. 2 hertz to 5 to 100, I think. Let us balikan natin kung ano yun. Okay? Yeah. Wait. Yata yun. Nai-note ko yata yun. So, based on my review, okay, signal natin is between 20 hertz. Yeah, ito kilohertz na kasi ito eh. Yeah, so 20 hertz to 2K. So yung 2K, medyo malaki na yon. But for a voice individual or human signal, frequency is nasa 2 hertz lang. Ito 2 kilohertz na siya. 2000 hertz. Anyway, back to the topic. So sonar produces 2 kilohertz to 40 kilohertz of sound pulses, no, transmitted into the water. Again, pag bumalik, nag-echo siya pabalik, it can detect the exact location of an object and you can analyze kung ano ba siya. Okay? Sabi diyan, ang gamit ng sonar is detection and location of undersea bodies, navigation, communication, and mapping the seafloor. Okay? In other words, sonar is a technology that uses sound waves to detect and locate objects under water. Okay? It's like when you shout in a cave or in an empty room, okay? and listen for the echo to figure out how far away the walls are. With sonar, a device sends out sound waves, and with sonar, a device sends out sound waves which bounce off objects and return to the device, helping to determine the object's distance and location. So it's like radar then, but using sound. Okay, while radar is using radio radio frequencies. Ayan, radio frequency naman is sound pulses naman siya. Okay. So let us now proceed with image processing. Yeah. Kanina na-mention ko sa inyo yung sa medicine, no? Yung CT scan na tinatawag. Ito pala meaning niya, computed tomography. Anyway, in the field of medicine, DSP is highly relevant. Okay. See, for example, CT, no, is a classic example of digital signal processing. X-rays from many directions are passed through the section of the patient's body. Okay. Instead of simply forming images with detected X-rays, the signals are converted into digital data and stored in the computer. So, hindi ko pa kasi na-try magpa-CT scan. But again, in the field of medicine, signals are being uh, transmitted into the body. Okay. Once the signals are being transmitted, it will echo back into the computer as a digital format, digital data. And then there's a computer application that can read this digital data. Okay. So naman is MRI or magnetic resonance imaging. So it uses magnetic fields in conjunction with radio waves to probe the interior of the human body. Properly adjusting the strength and the frequency of the fields causes the atomic nuclei in a localized region of the body to resonate between quantum energy states. This resonance results in the emission of secondary radio wave detected with an antenna placed near the body. The strength and the other characteristics of this signal provide information about the localized region in resonance. So dito, gagamit ka ng magnetic fields and radio waves. Papasok sa body. Siguro mas improve siya ng CT scan. But again, it should be properly adjusted. No? If not, it can cause quantum atomic nuclei problems. Again, meron kasi tayong mga frequencies, radio waves, radio frequencies na masama sa katawan. For example, ultraviolet rays, di ba? If pagka nasa balat, na-detect natin yon, magkakaproblema tayo sa balat. May mga ganun tayong area or problems when it comes to ultra high frequencies. So dito, it must be properly adjusted, okay, to avoid atomic problems. Okay? But again, magnetic resonance when properly used, it can give you a result wherein makikita mo kung ano yung problema in a localized region or area sa iyong katawan. Okay? So that's it. So next slide is space. Ako, hindi ko na ilagay dito, no? But again, when we say the image processing in space, di ka naman pwedeng pumunta outside the Earth just to take a picture of the sun. Okay? Or yung recent discovery about the black hole. No? May signals yan. From this area, transmit ka ng signal and pabalik. Doon pala makukuha kung ano ba yung tsura ng black hole or ng sun or any objects outside the Earth's atmosphere. So yun lang yan. Yung ginagamit din na signal sa space. Space. And also, best example nito is yung kay Elon Musk, yung SpaceX, di ba? Ay, SpaceX, sa rocket pala yan. Ano yan? Starlink, di ba? Signal, magbabato ng signal. From an area in US, magbabato siya ng signal sa, ano dito, sa, how do you call that, no? Space satellite, Pag naka-receive si space satellite ng signal from the source, ibabato niya ngayon lahat yan sa iba't ibang Starlinks. So that's signal processing in space. Okay? And yeah, ito na pala yung ito na pala yung sa ano. So here are some of the examples ng results ng signals sa medicine, no? We have the ECG, and hindi ako marunong bumasa niyan. But pag nagpa-ECG kayo, merong ididikit sa inyong mga kung ano-anong wires sa heart, sa sa heart yata, sa head, sa heart, sa legs, and sa feet. No? Then, magkakaroon siya ng ganito, signal na mag-generate. Okay? So, aside from that, excuse me, meron din tayong natural adult brainwaves. Tinatawag niya is MEG, magnetic electro something. So here are some of the common brainwaves, no? Pagka gising, meron kang mental activity, 14 to 30 hertz. Okay? So we have 14 cycles per second. 14, 14 signals, 14 complete cycles of waves isang segundo. Okay? Awake and resting, gising pero nagpapahinga. Okay? Yung, siyempre, mas konting trabaho, konting gawa, mas konti yung waves na napoproduce o signal. Okay? Sleeping, 47 hertz. Siyempre, nakarelax yung brain mo nun. Okay? Deep sleep, you know, talagang less than 3.5 hertz. So that's the normal brain waves. Yeah, okay. So that ends our history or common usage of signals in various areas okay? In space, in medicine, in commercial, telephone, military, industrial, and scientific studies. In telecommunications, we have multiplexing, compression, and echo control. In audio processing, we have, yeah, we can also use signal in processing audios and music. In speech generation and speech recognition, we also use signals to properly locate an object through radio waves and sonar pulses, sonar waves, sound waves na tinatawag. And in medicine, we can generate X-rays and produce uh, characteristics of an area or region so that the computer can easily study it or read the digital data from it. Okay? And sa space, example nga yan ngayon is yung Starlink and SpaceX. Yung space satellite, meron tayong tower sa baba, tapos na signal puntang space satellite, then yung space satellite magbabato ng signal sa mga Starlink, mga receiver, no? And back, pabalik sa space, pabalik sa tower. Okay? And here are some of the brain waves ng normal adults. Pagka gising, may ginagawa, ayan, gising pero papahinga, tulog, and deep sleep. Yeah, so I think let us end our discussion there sa history of DSP. I-stop ko muna ang video recording, then later on let us continue sa signal graph terminology.